Hi everyone, I am Sarah with Divine Love Healing. Thank you so much for being here. I have had a lot of new subscribers the last couple of weeks, so it's just been really exciting to see my channel grow, to see you guys like and comment and interact on the videos that I post. So I want to come on here and interact with you guys more. So I wanted to make some time, do this special video for Gemini season. I typically do these as posts on my Instagram page. So if you aren't following me there, you may want to go ahead and do that. But again, I just thought it would be better to put this out here on YouTube and just make sure that I am introducing myself to all my new subscribers. And I would encourage you to check out the playlists. I am starting to add some videos and some content to that to help you kind of navigate the different videos that I have. And, you know, all the readings that I do were intended to be timeless. You know, time is really an illusion. There's the quantum field. We can get into all of that type of thing, but you know, time just shifts and morphs, and if a message speaks to you in that moment, it was meant for you in that moment. So I would encourage you to check out my past videos for that reason. So for the reason we're here today, we are entering Gemini season. So Gemini season is governed by air energy, and Gemini is governed by Mercury. So Mercury is in retrograde now. The energy has been a little bit crazy. We just had the full moon. There's just been a lot happening. But what I do feel like with Gemini season, with it being air energy, is that, you know, things do get lighter. Things do get lighter. The energy moves much more swiftly. Things start happening really fast as we approach the summer solstice, and you know, entering into all the way into August, up until the Lionsgate portal. So Gemini season will run until approximately the summer solstice time frame, so around June 20th, June 21st, something like that. Just looking at my notes here. You know, the thing about it, the energy being lighter, it can also be cutting. It can be swift, and there can be changes coming in left and right. And you guys know, if you've been watching my videos for a while, I always talk about how the energy can change just from moment to moment, right? You guys know I can pull cards, 10 minutes later pull cards again on the same subject, and we get a different answer, because free will, because of divine order, divine timing, all those types of things. But you know, more so now, because one of the traits of Gemini is that they can be contradictory. So you know, where you might be feeling yes in one moment, you might quickly change your mind and say no. So I think it's important during this time of, you know, all the time, but especially now, that we learn to go with the flow. We learn to kind of trust what our gut is saying. You know, we might think something's a good idea, and then a little bit things shift around. A few hours later, it's like, you know what, no, I'm not feeling this now, and that's perfectly okay. So there's that aspect, and then also communication. Definitely throat chakra energy happening with Gemini. You know, getting that freedom, that overcoming the fear of speaking our truth, living our truth, those types of things. So again, the purpose of this video, we're going to use my air sign vibes deck, and it does not matter if you're an air sign or if you have any air in your chart. These are just energies that can be impacting you right now, that you could be dealing with, either within yourself or with another person or within a situation. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at each of these and just give you some quick guidance on which air sign vibe may be impacting you during Gemini season, and also, you know, what Spirit's guidance is for you in dealing with that situation. So, you know, feel free to watch all of these and take what resonates and toss the rest. If you'd like to look into your specific situation, I do book private readings. I do those live over Zoom, and then I also have some cheaper options for pre-recorded and even some written guidance. So you guys can see all that information down below and check out my website. I will also list the decks that I'm using down below as well. So these will be time-stamped. So really quickly, just in case you guys missed the preview, at the beginning, with the preview of the photo, I mean, of the pick a card here. This is an Aquamarine. That's going to be number 1. Number 2 is an agate, an aura agate. It almost looks like a crystal ball. And then number 3 is a Carnelian. Okay. So I'm going to move those off to the side. Okay, and now we're going to start with number 1, the Aquamarine. Okay, so what air sign vibe is affecting you? Observant. Okay, we're going to look at that. I've got a tarot clarifier, and then we've got the gateway message from Spirit here. Okay, so what I'm getting is, well, we got the observant as the air sign vibe, and you guys can see this guy is behind the camera, and there's a bunch of smoke coming, right? So you'll see a theme in this deck that usually there in any kind of the air element, you know, the ways I was able to represent it with smoke, fog, etheric, you know, wings, feathers, those types of things. So we've got observant here. So coupled with the Ace of Pentacles. So what I'm getting is that you likely have been in an energy of kind of staying behind the scenes. Maybe it's just being shy, not wanting to expose your truth, not wanting to be your true self, or feeling comfortable. I feel like there's an energy of feeling like you're going to be judged, and so perhaps you hide behind a facade, or you hide, you know, behind, you know, literally, like if you're, you know, it could literally be somebody who does a, you know, behind the camera type of job. But, you know, what I'm getting is you're going to have an opportunity come up these next few weeks to do something completely different. And, you know, it definitely could be tied to a career option, or a hobby, or just something that you've been wanting to pursue, or thinking about taking the lead on, thinking about getting yourself out there, and maybe you've been wondering, is it the right time? And again, I'm getting a lot of it is just more your own nerves and your fear holding you back. So, you know, this is clearly saying, you know, it's time to take concrete steps to get out of the observer stage and take action. An ace energy is a new start. It's planting new seeds, but it's also, I mean, they're actually, you know, they've pulled something out of the ground that's grown. So it's a viable opportunity that's coming in. Whatever this is, I feel like it's only your fear holding you back. And so the advice from Spirit is making a difference. My inner light shines far and wide. And what I'm getting is, it's like you've always been the one to take the back seat, right? Again, I'm getting like behind the camera, literally, like you're the one that is always helping others shine. And it's time for you to shine your light. It's time for you to put your face out there, right? Right here, we just have like this mouth, like in the clouds. And there's not the actual, you know, whole person there. And it's like this gentle push, like there's a starfish there. It's like the stars are aligning. You're being pushed out there to kind of, you know, gently spread your wings. And, you know, I kind of getting this vision of like a child who's like got the, like the little float things on when they're swimming, like learning how to swim. And it's like taking the training wheels off. Like you're ready to take this chance and take this opportunity. So, again, I'm just getting that it's only your fear holding you back. The aquamarine, any kind of blue stone, more so a lapis, a darker blue, is really to help you open your throat chakra and get over those fears of speaking your truth. But this one, I just get a very calming, peaceful energy. So you may want to meditate with it, or get out near water and just try to calm your nerves that way. But clearly, you know, you're being nudged by the universe to take that leap of faith and to get yourself out there. So I hope that was helpful if you chose number 1. Okay, so number two again is the agate, the crystal ball. So what air sign vibe is affecting you right now? Let's see what we've got. Wow. It's mind-blowing sometimes how the cards come together. I mean, I pre-shuffle these pick a cards just to save time, but I don't look at them ahead of time, so I'm just mind blown. So the air sign vibe that came out was intellectual. Okay, so you can see this person is sleeping kind of in the clouds. Again, if you didn't watch the first one, I tried to incorporate some element of to show the element of air in each of these cards. So we've got smoke, we've got clouds, we've got wind, we've got feathers, wings, those types of things. What I'm getting is that you're more in your head than you should be, and you're ignoring what your gut is trying to tell you. And I'm getting a couple different messages. For some of you, you're so intellectual. It might be the type of just I think it's right-brained, maybe is more I can't remember which one's more analytical, but you've always been maybe more analytical. And for that reason, you kind of just brush your gut aside. You're afraid that following your heart is going to lead you down the wrong path. You're afraid to trust your instincts, right? Because you've just been trained intellectually, or maybe it's been like considered a taboo to listen just to your heart, right? And to follow your feelings. And it's like, well, no, like my brain is telling me this, my head is telling me one thing, my heart's saying this, but no, like this situation's never going to work out. Like in my head, it's constantly like, it's not going to happen. It's not going to work out, or this is going to be a certain way, when your heart really wants something else. And so what I'm getting, for if that's resonating for you, is that you need to quiet your mind, right? You need to quiet your mind and follow the dreams that are in your heart, right? See how like she's lying on a book in a bed of clouds. It's kind of like she's finally trying to like shut out that intellectual aspect and just like go to the dream state, which the heart, it's what is my heart telling me? What does my soul want? Stop suppressing that. Secondly, the other message that I'm getting, because we have the Seven of Swords here. Seven of Swords is a card, can be a card of deception. It can be a card of someone doing things behind your back, somebody being stealth, somebody being sneaky, somebody not being truthful with you. And I feel like for some of you, unfortunately, your heart may be telling you something's not right in this situation, and I don't know that I should trust this person. But yet intellectually in your head, they've given you no reason to not trust them. But something's nagging at you, and you're just like, maybe I'm crazy because there's no reason for me to question this person. Maybe you've known them a long time, especially if it's a spouse or something, and something's changed, you may just question yourself, and because you don't want to listen to your heart. So you may want to explore that further, but in my experience and most people, if you have something nagging at you, if your gut is nagging at you, if your heart is nagging at you, your intuition's nagging at you, that something's off, you need to listen to it. And most of the time, you're not crazy, you're not paranoid. There's a reason that something feels off. So I would just say in that situation, just sit with it. Maybe just start journaling about these things, and just and sometimes what's helpful too is when you journal and you write out and you read the words, like you think back, like if your friend was coming to you with this specific situation and you were the one like reading it as if, okay, my best friend is coming to me, and you're reading your journal entry back, and this is like my friend telling me these things, what would you tell your friend? Okay, so try to remove yourself from it and say, gosh, from a detached observer state, I would tell my friend, like, this is shady, or this is this. Or I would tell them, maybe you're overreacting, but look at it from that neutral state, and that kind of helps you get some insight too. Because if you feel like you'd tell your friend right away, something's not right, don't ignore your gut, just listen to that. So again, with the Seven of Swords here, This could also be, you know, another message coming through is you denying who you are and your truth, right? You're, you know, again, the intellectual, some of this ties back to the first messages that was coming through, but kind of like, you know, you're hiding maybe some gifts you have, some intuitive, empathic gifts, because you're afraid, you know, if you're in an intellectual career or if your family is more in that mindset that you're not going to be accepted or you're going to be judged. But regardless of the situation, you know, the message from Spirit is listening with your heart. I trust the messages I receive from my heart, right? If your gut is screaming at you, if you're longing for something that is different, if you're not happy in the situation you are and you can't imagine living your life, you know, if the thoughts of that, living your life in the current way it is, doesn't make you happy, then your heart is calling out for you to make that change. So I hope that was helpful for you, number 2. We are going to move on to number 3, which is the Carnelian. Okay. Okay, so the air sign vibe we've got is quirky. I love this card. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck, because she's like doing this aerial silk type thing. So she's like hanging in the air, right? Creative, right? Air signs. But she's kind of got this odd look on her face, and it's like she's in her own world. She doesn't care what people think. I mean, that's the vibe she's giving off. She's like, yeah, whatever, I'm doing my own thing. And what I'm getting is that you may need to do more of that for yourself. By choosing the Carnelian, this is associated with the sacral chakra, which is our sexual powerhouse center. It's the creation, the fertility, you know, just that that creative, passionate. I feel like there may even be things that you're wanting to do for yourself or for others, maybe start some sort of a side business or help other people, you know, pursue their passions, but you're afraid people may think that you're odd or off or the ideas aren't good. What I'm getting is, you know, we've got heavy Queen of Pentacles energy here. She's also got that look on her face, like she doesn't care what people think about her. She's like, yep, yeah, I'm doing my own thing, and if you don't like it, you can turn around and go away, right? Obviously, there's a balance in the attitude, right? You don't want to be too standoffish with people, but at the same time, you know, if you have a primal urge to do your own thing and to kind of just, I'm trying to think of the word. There's just like a couple of images coming through. Just create your own way of doing things, right? You may be are an Aquarius, or have Aquarius in your chart, or be dealing with somebody like that, because Aquarius often really has a lot of that quirky energy. But what I'm getting here is, you know, whatever it is that you want to do, you're likely to be very successful at it. I don't know what just happened, guys. I'm like looking like the light just went out. I think a circuit tripped or something. I don't know. The lights got dimmer in here. Oh well. That was strange. So the advice that you have from Spirit is savoring pleasure. I fully embrace bliss in my life. So we've got pleasure and we've got the Carnelian stone, which again is associated with the sexual energy, with the creation. And I'm getting to, you may want to start, this may be like a call to like spice things up if you're in a relationship, to you know, take some risks, do some role playing, you know, but I'm getting to like just something just really different. like maybe an aerial class. Maybe that's just the answer there. But this is about treating yourself as a queen. This is about, you know, taking care of you. This is about pursuing your passions, okay? And again, I'm getting very strongly that, you know, you need to let go of fear of judgment, that other people are going to be, judging you or talking bad about you. You know, you need to take care of you and do your own thing. And it's about self-care, and it's about becoming your own Queen of Pentacles, okay? So I hope that was helpful, guys. Again, if you would like to book your own session to look into these topics more specifically, that information is down below. Till next time, thanks.